Greetings, viewers. Thanks for joining me out in the shop today. Bad YouTuber that I am, I got ahead of myself and I popped those plastic things off just trying to see how this bumper was held on. And next thing I know, bolts were coming out and tools were brought out, or in that other order. Now, I want to see if I can't use part of this hitch as part of my back bumper. I don't see why not. I can raise it up into the frame rail perhaps and have it hang down from there. That's my plan at this point, is to set it up in that frame rail. Exactly how, I'm not yet sure. I'm going to try and unbolt it and see if I can cut the plates and everything and maybe just bring it up into the frame rail. I want it in the frame rail so that this is only hanging down about here. Hope that makes sense. Jumped right into this because I started taking it apart. You can see a little rot here. This is not part of the trailer hitch, even though it bolts to it. It is part of the bumper. So I can take these bolts out here. There were, you pop those plastic things off. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 bolts holding the bumper to this apparatus here. So I'm going to grab my, impact and zip those out real quick and then see what this hitch looks like. All right, and I took that piece off. Looks like I could have unbolted the mounts from up here first and got that whole mount off of there, but I didn't think about it that way. So I got to do that next. I'm going to cut these off right here because that doesn't need to be on there. That actually just held up the bumper in the center, didn't hold the hitch. I'm going to see if I can pull that hitch too while I'm going to cut those off first, then we'll see if I can get that hitch unbolted. All right, here we have now the deconstruction of the bumper, the trailer hitch, the air hoses for my airbags. There's my license plate lights, trailer hookups, ball coming into picture from the dog, always neglected. I want to trim this, I think, to this height. By trim this, I mean these. Now, I was thinking come clear up to here, but I think to here, because this is where my trailer hitch is going to sit in there. I got that off. I can cut that down, weld it in there, and make it work. I sounded confident, didn't I? Really, I think that I can. I may have to take those nuts off the inside of the frame. But I think I can make that work and still be a trailer hitch, and that'll give me a good starting point. I'm gonna cut it off and put it up as high as I can here, which would probably be resting on the bottom. And then I'd only have hanging down that part down there, which means my spare will be too low now, so that needs to be relocated, which I'm fine with that. The fact that these hang down is okay. I'm not sure how they can take a hit, but we'll find out. Those need maybe some reinforcements. I'm not sure how the rest of the bumper is going to go yet, but I think I'm going to measure down here, come over here, measure down, and then probably cut it flat. Maybe cut it at a slight angle, but probably going to cut it flat. Let me get a good look at that, where it is and how it's running. If I throw a level on it and such. Yeah, let me just see how that turns out here real quick. Sorry this video is kind of sparse, I guess. I should have maybe showed you how to take all that stuff off, but it seriously was just unbolting some bolts. Yeah, that's where I got into my corner there. That was the first thing I did, was backed into a wall. The truck wheeled so great, no damage to the underneath, no damage to anything in the driveline or suspension. The door right there that you can see got the scratches from where I slid down into that V-notch type ditch. No big deal. This part took it real tough back here, and that bumper took it tough. And I just got to looking at what it's going to be back there. And next thing you know, it turns into beginning of the bumper build. So let me see where I'm going to cut these. I think I might cut these tonight and then call it quits for the evening and come back on this another day. A quick day because I have towing to do. So yeah, this needs figured out fast. But again, that's the way I like to do things. If I can't decide, I'll just jump right in and take off with it and see how it goes from there. So jumping right in, initially cutting there, which is good, I think, because I can always cut higher later. Or maybe I should just go to the bottom of this part, because that'd be where I'd probably bring the bumper anyway. Like right across here, maybe. Yeah, I don't think going up to here is the answer, though, for sure. There's nothing behind there anywhere except all the mud I kicked up and that little inner fender piece, and that's not a big deal. So I'm going to lay a piece of tape down. Be back in a second. All right, I finally found a decent marking point. That one come out right in the dent, so I got a feeling I'm going to have to do some fine tuning to that. But I got it at what I think is a decent angle across the top of that line. I'm going to cut it, going to compare both sides. Yeah, I'm getting really excited about this. Let me grab the wheel of death there and some goggles and gloves and cut these hunks of sheet metal off here real quick. I don't think that'll be too tough. All right, now while it might not be everybody's favorite thing to just grab their wheel of death and start hacking on their truck, I love it. I think I got it the way I want it. Cut all that smashed stuff out of there. Get it where you think you want it. Get a little eye protection, a little hand protection, and have at the chop. I'm going along the top of the line. It's really pretty easy to follow. I say that now. Trying to move around here. Unplug. The acoustic version, only that doesn't work. All right, I am really excited to do this. I'm not sure how that part's going to go with me here. Woo! Got a little off my line there. Nice little face full of sparks there. You get that every now and then. Get this little piece here. Okay. Now that's getting every bit of your blade. I can get out of here without cutting my head off. Oh, well, yeah, hell, that straightened up real nice. Oh, fuck yeah. What a mess. I really wanted to power wash my truck first, but it's in the frickin' 40s ever since we got back. And I haven't had a chance yet, but let's go have a look at that. Very pleased. Oh yeah, look at that clearance. You'll get to see more of this as the bumper build progresses. I'm really excited for this. Oh man, that is so much better already. Bumper will come under it. Not sure exactly what it'll be like. I'm guessing basic. Some square tube and some plate. Walk it out like sliders like I did on my green truck. I really like that on my green 3rd gen. Yeah, all right. This is the beginning stages of the new bumper. Bring it. All right, viewers. Now you know how I do it. I like to make it up as I go, and I like to use stuff I already have. This was my existing trailer hitch. You can see I just went on both sides with the wheel of death, and I cut out what I wanted for my trailer hitch. Now I'm going to cut the frame the same notch here, and this should butt right flush with the end of my frame, and then I can plate it down onto the frame, as well as I'll add some additional strength to it. So, seeing as how I just kind of started out by wanting to take some measurements, thought I'd pull that bumper off and see where it went from there, and this is where it's gone from there. Now I have to get this back together and working properly. I wanted to cut it and weld it inside the frame, but I got these nuts that are welded on, so I'm just going to cut it right here at the top of the hole and then down, and then weld that trailer hitch on, and then I can plate it on back on these sides, and I'll probably run something to this cross member right up here. You'll have to see what happens there. I'm going to cut these out real quick. I'm not showing much of the fab stuff because, like I said, my fab videos never seem to do that well. So you can, you just cut that stuff out. It's as simple as your wheel of death and your grinder. I'm going to go back there and cut those out and weld that in and make some plates. All right, first step. Get that hitch back on there. I like it up that high. I got 16 different plans for finishing out the bumper. Now this little collar here that helps keep this thing from spreading, this is way too long now for me. So I'm going to, I already cut the weld, you can see, and I'm going to knock this little collar off. Then I'm going to cut this back a little further and then weld that collar back on for strength, and then I'll just re-drill the hole back here, and I may have to open that up. I'm going to check my hitch first, see how much room I need, but I'd like to cut that back as far as I can, re-drill the hole back behind. All right, that looks better already. Now, without that sticking out so far like that, maybe you can see where I'm at. I hope to bring something from here into this sideways. We'll see how that works out. Maybe make a couple of 45s for a bend here with my square stuff. That's yet to be seen. First thing that needed to happen was the hitch. You can see where I cut and welded, and I've ground that out, so I'm going to plate over it. I'll go inside and weld those on the back side of the frame as well. Not sure about my license plate yet. I still just think I might just put it on the tailgate. I ain't sure, but that's yet to be seen. Everything else would be pretty easy to mount. I think I can mount my airbag nozzles in this little panel right here. I'm going to plate the sides and look into making some more pieces, and I'll tune you back in to hit the high points, but I don't see any reason why this won't be plenty strong once it's welded inside, plated on the outside, and then, like I said, I will run something from here into that next closest cross member there by the time it's all said and done. Yeah, that's where I'm at for now. All right, now I have plated this along the outside. I have plated it underneath as well. I'm still going to bring a piece from here to that cross member up there. That'll probably be round. My plan, kind of, is still to just dive into this and cut a big angle on this end. couple bends, and a straight piece down. I don't think I have enough tube. Yeah, I got a little curve in my cut on both sides. I think I got my hitch about perfect as far as side to side and height and all that. Still got to drill my hole back there, no big deal. Got my collar welded back on for strength there. Yeah, I think the one more brace from the back up should do it. I think I'm going to have to go buy another stick of metal though. I just don't think I have enough. I could do one side and get an idea for how it's going to look, because I want two kickouts. I want one there and one up there coming over. I'm going to stop this for now. I think I'm going to have to wait till I can afford another piece of steel or another stick. May do half. License plate is the thing now. I'm going to mount my air nozzles in this piece up here. That won't be an issue. I'm going to make sure they clear the tailgate proper. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it so far. I really like the way it looks. And now that I'm having my hitch back in place, it's just getting late and I'm getting tired of working on it, making a mess, being filthy, but that's all right. I sure do love the way it looks. More on this when I come back for more on this. All right, viewers, I went ahead and got some more material and jumped up in here and built my bumper without you. What a shitty way to do a video, I know. But I got started and I set up my camera and I fucked up some of the video. After that, I just said piss on it. So I'm just going to finish it and then I'll just show you what I got done. Now, I like it a lot. I wanted a little corner protection here. I will cap that and I will round this a little bit, but I will put a cap on that. I left it out a little bit here on both sides so that it would be flush when I put the little 1/8 inch cap on there. I really like it. I still have to put my piece from back here up to that brace. That's next. There's where I put my little mounts. License plate up here, or my little air nozzles. License plate up here. I got those little nut lights. That'll sit here and shine on it. I like it there. It's up out of the way. I don't have to have something in my bumper. My bumper's nice and high and up out of the way. The extra piece for the hitch is the only thing left. I've run a support up this way to the frame. I like this, follows the angle and then goes flat on the corner. That gives me a little step there too. Still got to grind it. Got to put that cap on the ends. I really like it. Yeah, I do. I really like it. I'd like to see it with the cap and the paint on it. I still have to drill the hole for the hitch and put the hitch brace piece on. But other than that, done and done. Now, I'm sorry you missed a bunch of that. I hope you like it. I did have to go buy another $60 piece of material. I really like it. You'll see more of it as I get paint on it. And you see the truck when I finish up the license plate. I'll touch base on one of the follow-up videos. But I'm really pleased. Really pleased indeed. Just needs to be ground down now. The angles should match. I tried to get everything the same with my angle finder. But anyway, enough about that. I hope you like where the truck is coming. I'm super thrilled. Man, the wheelin was great. No other mods coming up right away on it. As money permits, though, more mods will happen. More third-gen stuff, more second-gen stuff. More stuff at Funjunkie Garage. Please like if you like my show. Please subscribe if you want to see some more. Leave a comment, click a bell. Those things are all free, easy, and painless and free. So please do those for me. It helps me a bunch, and I super appreciate your support. Really appreciate you joining me. Have a super great day. With the paint I like it. I really like it. I think it looks great. I like the way it came out. I like the way it goes down, angles down, but it's flat. Yeah, I really, really like it. Got good support from both sides. Support under the trailer hitch. Still got to drill my hole. That's it. There it is. Painted and did.